Aimee and I got here last night. It's really nice. We don't get out too often. It happens to be our 27th anniversary today. And I thought I would tell you the single most important thing that made my marriage like super awesome, and maybe it'll be helpful to you. Yeah, so we don't get to come to places like this very often, so this is a real treat for us. We've been married 27 years, and I wanted to tell you the one thing that helped mine and Aimee's marriage more than anything. And it had nothing to do with Aimee, it was everything to do with me. I was reading through Ephesians chapter 5, and it says, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ also loved the church and gave himself up for her, so that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word." And the Lord said, hey, look what I did for you. I died for you, compensating for all your weaknesses, and then I didn't make you feel bad about those weaknesses. Instead, I just built you up. And he said, hey, can't you do the same for Aimee? And I took that to heart. So I noticed that if I thought of myself more like a dead person, I didn't have any expectations as a dead person. I didn't look for my needs to be met as a dead person. I was just like totally dead to myself. And once I thought in that direction, it really changed how I thought about my relationship to Aimee. Not only that, but I became a servant, and I found ways to compensate for my perceived weaknesses of her. And I didn't make her feel bad about it, and as I did that, I looked for ways to help her even improve behind the scenes. As far as washing her in the Word, especially, this is a husband's responsibility. Washing your wife in the Word doesn't mean reading the Bible to her. It means embodying the Bible, embodying the Torah, embodying Yeshua for your wife. It's really easy for wives to be married to Yeshua, by the way. They quite like that. Husbands like that are not condescending. They're really big servants, and all they do is they want to make the other person feel loved and beautiful. You see the change there? So I did that, and it really, really changed my marriage. If you can do that, whether you are the husband or the wife, let me tell you, it works wonders. So to review, number 1, die to yourself, like all the way. And then number 2, find creative ways to compensate for all your spouse's weaknesses. And 3, don't make them feel bad about it. God doesn't make us feel bad about our stuff. And 4, find ways to build them up. Make them feel beautiful, kind of like these flowers. Yeah, and if you happen to have been married more than 27 years and you're like happy snappy and you got it all figured out, maybe tell me in the section below. I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, here's a fist bump.